You're welcome on the I Inspire show on Nova Talk TV, where we educate, inspire, motivate, encourage, teach the young generation as usual. Today on the show, we have someone from the education sector. We have a professional teacher, Mr. Emmanuel Nalumenya, who is going to, in detail, tell us where he has come from, his story, his background, his journey to where he is to be one of the most celebrated teachers in Uganda. Will you please say hi to the viewers?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I'm happy to be here. My name is Emmanuel Nalumenya. I'm headmaster, Masulita Secondary School. I've been a teacher for 23 years. I started teaching in 1997. I started teaching at Gayaza High School, where I taught for 19 years. Then I went to Luzira Secondary School as a deputy teacher for close to 4 years. Then I was promoted to a head teacher at Masulita Secondary School. So it's been a journey, and it's been a worthwhile journey.
So in brief, you will take us through your journey, probably from your primary school, where you have come from. I have hosted quite a number of people, and I have looked for that one person to challenge me and say, I've just had it easy. It has been a walkover to where I am, but I've not had a single person to tell me that. So maybe you will challenge me today and tell me how you've had it easy, and maybe tell that young person watching this show that it is really easy. So may you please take us through your journey to where you are.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. What is important is to start, and there is always a beginning. You know, when you are born, it is a process. It is a process. You grow, you go through the stages, and you start day by day, step by step. I started my primary in 1981 at a school called Mwiri Primary School.
I was not yet born.
Yes, 1981, I was in P1 up to 1987, P7, 7 years.
You said from Jinja?
Jinja, Mwiri Primary.
Is that where you come from as well?
No,
It was.
No, my dad used to work in Jinja,
Okay.
so, but I come from Nakaseke.
Okay.
So I was in Mwiri Primary from 1981 to 1987. It was a boarding school. So I was in boarding for 7 years. It was not easy. But like I've said, life is a journey. What is important is to embrace whatever you go through. And there is no shortcut to success.
Yes.
You must go through the stages. Then senior one, I went...
So what before you go to senior one, what exactly transpired in your primary life? Was it because you're young, maybe? Were you coming from a well-to-do family that everything was fine? Did you have any struggles during your primary that you could remember or something?
Definitely, it was not easy. It was a hassle. My dad was a conductor. He was a bus conductor. But of course, he wanted me to get an education, a good education. So he sacrificed his all. But things were tight. Things were not easy. They were never easy. And those were the days when things were really tight. Things were tight. The basic amenities were not there. It was a real struggle. But we had to endure. And through endurance, I'm what I am today because of where I came from.
Background.
Because of the background. But certainly, things were not easy. It has never been easy. It will never be easy. But what is important is to endure.
Okay, we come to secondary life now.
Secondary life, 1988, I was in senior one, Jinja College. I attended Jinja College for 4 years, from 1988 to 1991. Things were tight, but still, it was endurance. You know, my dad would sacrifice his all to pay for me.
Does that mean that you were never even chased out of school because of school fees, or he managed to do everything and make sure you're not bothered with?
No, he was hustling. Of course, once in a while they would send you home, but still he would struggle. He would make sure that whatever, the little he gets, he would deposit. The little he gets, he would deposit. so that you would remain in school. But of course, the whole point was school fees. Once school fees is paid, the rest you cannot complain. You just have to understand that as long as fees is paid, you have to be in school.
It's a different story for our generation. We tend not to care so much about the school fees because we think that our parents must pay it. So there are things we care about now, like pocket money. If I don't have it, then I might not go to school, or I might escape from school to go look for that pocket money. How do you relate?
For us that time, pocket money was not an issue. As long as fees is paid, you must be in school. It was not debatable.
Is that attributed to you or to the parents?
To the parents then, you know, even we as kids, we would really see our parents struggling. I would see my dad struggling, so I could not even dare demand for pocket money. Whatever he had, he would provide. And whatever you are given, you go with that. You cannot start saying, I cannot go because of ABCD. As long as fees is paid, go to school. And then go to school and you survive. You know, boarding life is survival for the fittest. You would struggle and survive, and by God's grace, we were able to make it.
So your secondary life now?
So I did 4 years, Jinja College, Senior 1, Senior 4. Then I went to King's College Budo, 2 years. King's College Budo, my A-levels, I did it at King's College Budo. Then from there, I went to the university and pursued Bachelor of Science with Education. Yes.
Which university?
Makerere University.
Now, life after school.
Life after school, still the principle was hard work and passion. All through, I told myself, first of all, I didn't want to become a teacher. My dream was becoming an engineer. That was my dream. And I must say, I was a bright chap. I used to perform well. I used to read.
You already said you were on government sponsorship.
Yes.
That explains it.
That is it. So I was disappointed. I didn't want education. But along the way, I said, no. I'm pursuing Bachelor of Science with Education.
On that point, why does it look like it's like always the government loves to have I call them students who are best performers in education? Why? Even when they prefer to do other courses, but the government chooses to put them in education.
Yeah, because the point should be, if you want good teachers, you must choose people who are knowledgeable. Because if you're not knowledgeable, you cannot pass on information. Remember, a teacher teaches things he or she was not taught.
Yes.
And then you must make sure that the learners understand. I told myself that now I'm pursuing Bachelor of Science with Education. I'm going to become a teacher. So I must be the best teacher that there has ever been. That's what I told myself. So I chose to passionately teach.
You're saying passion is at sometimes a choice?
It is. You choose.
I thought it is natural that you're talented in something and that is why you're passionate about it.
No. Life is a matter of choices. You choose. You say, from this day forward, I'm going to do it with passion, you'll make it. So success is about passion. All these other things follow. But the most important thing is passion. Whatever you do it with passion. You can never go wrong.
Okay. Now, you start working.
Yes.
Where do you start? How much do you earn?
Yes.
How do you sustain life with how much you earn? I want you to attach the amount of money you earn and probably the cost of living. I want to relate with today and see how life was.
The cost of living was high and the money was little. But I was lucky. When I completed the campus, I was posted to Gaza High School. When I reached there, I got a furnished house. Of course, for a single young man, I got a furnished house. At least the basics were there for starting life. I was able to start. The money was little. But like I told myself, I must put in my all. I must do my best. I must love what I do. I must make these girls enjoy whatever I teach them. I taught them chemistry and mathematics. I made them love the subject, and I made sure I marketed myself. And then the parents were giving extra. They would give an extra penny, and that would make me make an extra buck, despite the so many challenges.
You mean we also have tips in education? I don't know that.
They are there. Tips are there. When you do a good job, people appreciate.
Sure.
Yes, people appreciate. And I always tell people to do good. When you do good, good will be done to you. So that's how I managed to make it. I made sure I went an extra mile. I didn't only stop in the classroom. I went beyond the classroom. I chose to help the students. And when I helped them, they appreciated, they told their parents, and the parents were able to give an extra coin. And somehow, I was able to progress.
I want us to talk about the teaching profession.
Yes.
There's a perception that people have towards the profession that angenda abasomesa baavu, mwana wange asomye busomesa, they are going to be poor. How true is that?
It is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. And I want to challenge you. If there is any profession where there are no poor people, and if there is any profession where there are no rich people, as far as I know and as far as I'm concerned, in all professions, some are rich, some are poor. Why? So that perception of teachers are poor is very, very wrong.
I think the people who attach the statements to the profession consider numbers. That let's assume if we talked of engineers compared to teachers, well, there are poor engineers and rich engineers. But if we do statistics, there are more rich engineers than rich teachers, and there are more poor teachers than the poor engineers.
And I want to tell you, poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a choice. We have so much.
Can you repeat that?
Poverty is a mindset. Poverty is a choice.
Sure.
Yes, it is about exposure. It's about exposure. You see, if you want to be poor, join 4 other poor guys. You are going to be the 5th. Yes.
So would you encourage a young man or woman who is at campus right now, or let's start with senior 6, to opt for the education profession?
Very, 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 very much. I can tell you, in teaching, there are so many opportunities. There are enormous opportunities. In teaching, first of all, do you think there will ever come a time when educators will not be needed? All educators have to do is to remain relevant. Educators must keep improving themselves. Teachers must continuously improve themselves. They must continuously market themselves so that they remain relevant. That's the most important thing. They must be dynamic, because every day things change.
Evolution.
So they must be on the move all the time. They must be change makers, change agents, and they should be able to make it. Otherwise, the opportunities are enormous. There are enormous opportunities in teaching. Very, very enormous. The most important thing is being positive-minded. That's the most important thing. And I can assure you, the money is there. The money is there. People have made money. The money is there.
You say we have made money?
Yes, we have made money.
Mr. Emmanuel, your last words to the young people who are watching you as we leave the show.
The young people out there, I tell you, it is never too late, and it will never be too late. But the earlier the better. It is important to keep trying. You can never be a failure if you keep trying. You only become a failure when you stop trying. So nobody is born a failure. We are all born to succeed. All of us are born to succeed. No one is born to fail. You only become a failure when you stop trying. Failing is part of the game. And let nobody lie to you that they have never failed. All of us have failed. But success comes after trying. Keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. Don't give up. Keep on pushing. You'll finally get there.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Nalumenya, for those educative and powerful words to the youth. I hope someone is inspired. It has not been easy for anyone. I have not gotten anyone to challenge me on that. So keep on, keep trying, and keep fighting. You will get there. Thank you so much for appearing on this show. Thank you for the time and the message.
Yes.
We hope that your words will impact just like they have done in your classrooms. Thank you so much. God bless you. Don't forget to follow us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nova Talk TV. Follow us on Facebook, Nova Talk TV. Our Twitter handle is Nova Talk _TV. Follow us on all social media platforms. Be inspired. God bless you.